Well, here we are. This is a new farm that the boys, Jan and I, got involved with. It's started out being 150 acres, and the landowners added another 50 acres to it. So now it's 200 acres, and this was all corn and soybeans. When the owner bought it, it's a pretty neat story. This was actually homesteaded in forgot the exact date he told me. But his great-great-grandfather homesteaded this. And I believe it was like 1870 or 60, something like that. And it got sold off in different chunks as the years went by, and he's able to buy 150 acres of it. And then they just bought another 50 back over here. And anyway, we contracted to fence it and get the water in, and we've been so darn busy. Just, traveling and just, it's, when you're on a farm, there's things to do. But anyway, we got all the stuff here. We got all the posts, we got the wire, we got our timeless perimeter posts all bought. And we're gonna mimic exactly the same fence that we put in on the new farm that we bought early this spring. I guess that was in March. And they saw the fence, the owners didn't like, that's what we want. We want a Greg Judy fence. And I'm like, well, that's what we'll build you. So we're putting posts here because it's so flat. We're gonna go every 120 feet instead of every 100 feet. Just saves them a post over a period of 5 spacings. And these aren't cheap. Those are CCA treated 9-footers, 8-inch. And we'll be digging a pilot hole with our little auger. I've got my 5-inch auger over here. I'll go show it to you. So these are our cross braces. These are the 8-foot, 6-inch. And of course, these are the corners, the 8-inch diameter 9-footers. And we'll be driving these with a 750-pound driver. Johnny came in here. You can see there's Johnny's dozer. He's done a ton of brush clearing in here, just so we could get the fence in. This is pretty much all unimproved timber on this side. Well, you can see the piles he made in there. There's a bunch of it. And of course, this winter they'll throw a match on that and get rid of it. And it'll take a while, but look at the grass that came up in there. Now, most of that's foxtail, but there is some other species underneath it. There's some crabgrass, a lot of summer annuals, and we're gonna probably, right now, we're looking at making this a bull steer farm. Bringing the bulls and the steers over here, and in the future another cow-calf herd. I think that's kind of the goal, but right now, because the forages aren't the best, this was all corn and soy. The owner did go in here and drilled fescue, and it didn't come up because he's in a drought last year. Well, this year it came up, and some of it did. But when you go from corn and soy, you're taking land that's been cropped and cropped and cropped, so it's been herbicide, fungicide, pesticide, you name it, chemicals, and the land is just, the soil is just dead. But it takes ruminants. There's stuff out here for them to eat. They brush hogged this off about 60 days ago. It's grown back. Here's my tool. Here's my tool right here. I love this thing. So there's my auger. Okay. And I need to get a grease gun over here. Hit that greaser. But here's my little bit. It's right there. Ouch. I said it was 5 inches. Let's see. I got a tape measure with it. Let's just measure it. width on that is 6, I think. Yeah. The actual auger itself, yeah, 6 inch. It's a 6-inch bit. So we're going to be driving an 8-inch post in a 6-inch hole. And by pre-drilling them, my driver guy loves me to pieces because he can slap them in quick. And I can get my depth with this. I'll go down 4.5 feet. And so when he hits bottom, he's done. Okay? And the ground's dry. We haven't had a rain now for, I know, you guys out west that wouldn't probably kick me for saying this, but it's been 18 days. And it's dry. It's dry. This is pretty good soil out here, though. This is better soil. This is in the what I'd call the edge of the prairies, and this farm is located 17 miles from our farm. So the way we're going to set this up is we're going to be using bat latches, automatic gate openers, so we come over here. This whole farm is going to have pressurized water on it. It's just a rough draft, folks. There's no fence on this farm, none. So we got a, you might say, a blank canvas here, and the landowner, he has a tractor and a brush hog, so we used it. Isaac, you know, we brought our weed eaters, but Isaac put that thing down pretty low, about 2 inches off the ground, and he nailed this. And when he did, it made it so much easier. Huge time saver right here. Out. So we're gonna hook on here, and the boys are putting the straight edge to it right now as they're coming toward me. So we're going from here to the cornfield. There's a cornfield over there on the neighbor. We're gonna go all the way back to that road, which is, I don't know, it's probably close to 3/4 of a mile. It's a good half. This section right here is almost a half a mile. But it's gonna go quick once we get the corners in, get all of our H-braces built, get the timeless post driven. This is gonna be fun. Because we can hook on right here and just pull the wire all the way through all the holes. We don't have to drill any of the holes in the timeless post. And they're already pre-drilled, pre-painted, pre-sharpened, ready to rock and roll. So,
I think that's gonna get it.
Think that's gonna get it? I think it looks great.
It's hard to tell from here, but it's right on the money.
Well, you've got it pulled pretty tight. You could undo that knot, Isaac, and put a little bit more on that.
Yeah.
So what we did, folks, we took a 1-inch fiberglass rod here, drove it in the ground about 2 feet, and that is our corner. Now we're gonna take a spade, and Joel, where's our reel at? That one. So what we did is we took, instead of dragging a tape measure around, Joel's got a reel here. Show them what y'all did.
Well, 100 feet in, which is right there.
You got a knot. Yep.
Yeah.
So we just dragged the wire from 120 feet to the next 120 feet.
That way you have a 3-in-1 geared 100-foot tape.
Yeah, you can reel it up faster. You know, steel tape out here on the ground, folks, you're catching all kinds of brush and it just doesn't work the best. So anyway, the bosses are back. I gotta get back to work, and y'all will keep y'all abreast how this project moves. So y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.